Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So good to always be here. And so this is it. My video today is on how to make delivery abroad from Nigeria, to be specific. Okay, from one of my videos on how I ship cosmetic products abroad outside. Okay, I'm based in Nigeria, specifically Port Harcourt, the south part of Nigeria. And I got a question from a subscriber, Halima Yusuf, and I promised her I was going to make a video on it. So Halima, I hope you would watch this video. So her question is, hi Ma, I do want to start international shipping. How was the GIG logistics? Thank you. Were they good? Did the goods arrive? And again, do they ship worldwide? And my question also, since your delivery is to Canada, how were you paid? Please help. I do seriously want to start selling abroad. Please reply. Thank you. And your video was informative. All right, thank you so much, Halima Yusuf. But this is it. So when I saw the question, it was kind of long, and that was why I promised to put it in a video. And actually I also got so much information on how to start shipping before I started shipping. At the early stage, I had a friend that was into some business of she was into more of herbs, like selling all those fenugreek, moringa, all those herbs actually abroad. So I reached out to her to ask, though she wasn't really clear. You know, some of these things, people have different pattern, or people have different routes that they go about their shipping. So when I asked her how she did it, and she just told me that someone was one that linked her to someone in DHL, because DHL is one of the most popular. I said it in my video that we have the popular logistics company, courier services, private actually, DHL, FedEx, and Ops. Then the one of the government is Post, and I'll explain. So this is it here. So she told me that someone just linked her up with someone in DHL, and she was giving an account officer, and like that. So I wasn't too clear. So I was now even asking her if I could use her account, because when you go to DHL, it's not necessary though, but when you want discounts, you need to register and have an account just like in the bank. So somehow along the line, I think I couldn't follow through like that. So I wanted, like, I wasn't actually comfortable using someone else's account. Like, for me, there was not going to be enough credibility, and owing to the fact that people abroad, when they hear you're from Nigeria, there's almost this so much doubt and all that. So it will be somehow they're seeing a different name here, and then a different name is sending them. So I didn't want too many questions or too many contradictions, that would come up like scam or something like that. So and I reached out to another lady. This time around, I went for someone that was also shipping the kind of products I was shipping. Though she's more into hair products, you understand, and also natural products just like mine. And then I reached out to her, and it was very simple. She now linked me up with someone from GIG Logistics. Now at that time, I didn't even know GIG Logistics has started going abroad. Like, I always knew that there were courier services that delivered domestically, and so I used them actually for my domestic delivery. But meanwhile, before then, I'm sorry for all of this history or all of this story, but I just want to, before I get to the point where I would answer most of Alima's question. So somehow along the line, before I kind of got the link to the GIG, I started using Post. That one, you see, things that has to do with government in this my country, Nigeria, can be very, very frustrating. To be honest with you, it's almost like there is no support for small business owners in Nigeria. You go to Post to send goods abroad. They will give you so many forms to fill, almost like, I don't know, okay, you'll fill, which is necessary, obviously. But then they tell you one thing and then do a different thing. And in some cases, if you're not careful, the person you're sending abroad will think that you're trying to dupe them, owing to the fact that everyone knows what is happening online and offline as well. So Post will tell you that they're going to send your goods in the next 21 days. After 40 days, your goods has not even arrived. Okay, usually they tell you they're going to give you a tracking number so that you can send to your client, so that your clients will be at ease. Before they send you yourself, the vendor, the tracking number, is almost going to take almost 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And like the whole thing was just not, in fact, it was just not nice. I remember one time sending something from Port Harcourt to Kano. It took 1 month. God, I was so disappointed. Fortunately for me, it was a returning customer, so she knew that I wasn't scam. You understand? And I just kept pleading with her till her goods got to her. So fast forward to GIG Logistics itself, and fast forward to what Halima is asking me. So Halima, you've heard. Okay, actually, it was fortunately for me, I met someone that gave me a contact, GIG Logistics. So when I went and I started sending them, but then let me add something quickly. GIG Logistics now are not really an independent body. They are still under DHL. Do you understand? So when I forwarded the goods and I was sent email, it was DHL that actually sent me the email. Do you get, like, more like there's a partnership? Do you understand? There's a partnership, a very good partnership between GIG Logistics and DHL. So GIG obviously are getting this goods and then passing through DHL to do the delivery. So in the real sense of word, is that you're actually doing your delivery with DHL, but with more of a partnership. I hope I'm clear here. All right, they actually promised me that my goods were going to arrive Canada in 5 to 7, yeah, 5 to 7 working days. You know, when they give you such days, you have to count out the weekends. That is, you have to count out Saturday and Sunday. You just have to count weekdays. And honestly, true to their words, the goods arrived in a week. Yeah. So it's simple like that, yes. But then when I started sending goods outside the country more often, so they decided to make things a little bit more easy for me, and then they introduced me to their app. Yes, yeah, that was for the first time. I was very surprised. Like, GIG had an app on Play Store, and I didn't know. If you're using an iPhone, you go to, of course, iPhone Store. Yeah, if you're using an Android just like me, you go to the Google Play Store, obviously, and then just Google GIG Logistics. Now, this is what came out. Let me show you. This is what came out. This is how the logo here came out. Are you seeing GIG Go? Then with the red, little red Go, you understand? And then it's coming on this way, of course, because it's Google Play Store, and then you will install. So it's self-explanatory. You have the opportunity to reimburse your account, so you don't always have to go and pay. Like when you go there and you pay, no, you have an account with them, so they'll just deduct it from there, and it's kind of cheaper. Okay, you asked the question. I hope I've answered most of them. You asked the question of how I got paid. Most of my customers use either Western Union or MoneyGram. Yes, Western Union or MoneyGram. So basically, I just give them my local accounts. Yeah, I give them my local bank accounts, and then they just do Western Union. And when they do it, they'll actually send you a receipt. Obviously, even if you're selling within Nigeria, before you send your goods to your customers, you have to confirm payments. So they sent me receipts, and then sometimes the receipt comes with maybe a certain identification, maybe a password or something like that, that you go and show in the bank, and then you confirm your Western Union. So the fact that, as I said earlier, getting to GIG and having an interaction, as you saw in my vlog, they are cool. They are very, very generous with information. They're not stingy with information. They will let you know whatever it is. They will answer your questions to the best of their ability, and you will definitely understand when you listen. And so they I got contact, obviously, more like an account officer to, just like I said in DHL, that so you get an account. So the same thing too in GIG, you actually get more like an account officer. So you call him. I think that was how I called the guy. His name is Jason, and then I asked him how this goods was going to go, how the route and all that, the route and every other thing. And then he asked me to ask the client for an address, let them know what location the goods are going. Meanwhile, before then, you would go and at least register. They need to know. I skipped that part. They need to know what you're sending abroad. You don't, there are a lot of countries don't just let just any kind of thing into their country, so they need to know the nature of your business. So, and that was what and that brought me to the reason why I could not use that friend's account, because they know her as a herbal vendor. That's what she deals on. So coming in to say she wants to bring in cosmetic products, it was not really related to what they have registered in their record. So coming on board, you need to register. They should know if you're dealing on fabrics, you let them know it's fabrics. If you're dealing on food, if you're dealing on cosmetic products, then make sure your cosmetic products are non-hazardous. That's something very important. Again, in the forms, you also fill a non-hazardous form to make sure whatever you're sending outside the country is not going to be detrimental to the health, is safe for use, that kind of thing. So that was it basically. And then he gave me the information. So he gave me the questions I was supposed to ask my clients, and he helped me as well to answer the question my client was asking me, how long, where, and then the address, like. So I kept going back and forth. And then of course you would know the weight of whatever you're trying to send abroad. 1 kg has a different amount, 2 kg has a different amount. So basically you just need to work closely with the staffs in GIG so as to get accurate information that you can relate to your clients. So obviously they will ask you to send or to ask to collect your clients' phone numbers, address, email address. In fact, email address is very, very paramount. It's very, very important, because that is how the tracking number and the information about the goods are going to be forwarded to your clients. Because as soon as you hand over your goods to them, they get this information of your clients, they begin to deal directly with the clients. Do you get? You have your own information too, as well as the vendor or the sender, and then your receiver over there is also having information. Do you understand? So basically, when you tell them the estimate of whatever it is you're sending abroad, you tell them the location. Now they'll be able to tell you the amount. So when you're talking to your clients, or your customer, you are now calculating everything, both the price of the goods and then the price of the way bill, because obviously your customer has to pay for way bill. And as I said earlier, we're in a country where there is no enough support for small business owners. So I get requests or I get orders from outside the country, but sometimes some customers get turned off by the price of the way bill fee. You understand? So it just takes the grace of God. Please support our businesses, because it's not easy out here. You understand? So when your clients understands what is going on here, okay, they are able to pay, because there are cases that I even have where the price of the way bill is even higher than the price of the goods that your clients are buying. But then there are some other clients again that have people, maybe especially the Nigerians, like the Nigerian citizens, they have family and friends maybe that send them things abroad. So some of them can make things a lot easier for you and ask you to send that to any of their relatives within local domestic delivery, and then it will be sent to them. I think I've had some few clients that will ask me, okay, send this to so and so country, and then somehow they just have a way. But then some other clients will want you to send it directly to them. So you have to be open about it. Yes, it's very, very important. Be open to your customers so that they can trust you. You understand? So you have to communicate here properly, communicate the other side too properly, so that you can come to a conclusion where your customer is you're getting the trust from your customer. You understand? And you too, you're getting the confidence from your um courier delivers, like the DHL or the GIG logistics. You understand? So basically, just be open about it. Whatever, as long as what you're sending outside the country is not illegal, it's non-hazardous, and basically that's it. It's that simple. I used to think it was difficult to myself, but I got to realize that it was not as difficult as I thought it was. So that's it. Honestly speaking, that's it. And that is how I get to send, or that is how I ship cosmetic products for both skin and hair outside the country, abroad obviously, and all of that. Of course, you asked the question as well, is it, did they send worldwide? Yes, they send worldwide. They send to about over 230 countries and even regions, counties, so that's it. They are that vast. They're very, very versatile. So I think you don't really have much to be bothered about. Yes, they send abroad, different continents, even they send around Africa, Asia, like worldwide. When you get there, they have a lot of pamphlets that you could actually pick up and read, or you can even go online. These things are very simple. Google them and they have websites as well. So these things are very, very, even from the app you would see information where you can click and see more information that will redirect you to there. It's not difficult. Don't be scared, Halima Yusuf. So I hope I've not spoken too much to make this video unnecessarily long. So thank you so much for coming back to watch my video. Returning subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share my videos if you want to help me grow. So thank you so much, and bye.